basis, you dig?
You on the come up, you better turn up. Indie Jams Radio, yeah.
Hey, it's your girl Fati Love in the building, Philly to Florida. Hey, what's good? I'm here at Indie Jams. Indie Jams is popping, it's lit.
Free Yourself Radio, what's going on? We're back at it again. We here with the King, Kid Hook. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm
yes,
blessed.
you feeling good.
Got good energy in here as well too, man.
Good energy. You got Mad Ills to
Oh,
pop
Ills
out in the building. That's dope.
I love it. Hostile, you already know.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit earlier. You know, you're an artist. You have an album out. You also have a foundation. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where you from?
I'm from Harlem, New York. Came out to Florida. Obviously, parents retired from a city. And that, you know what I mean? Been in the industry forever. You know, my dad's a musician, went to Full Sail, recorded. Okay. And, you know, I just became an artist recently. So, you know what I mean? Just a little something to do in life, you know what I mean? Keep me motivated with music. So, you know.
So what would you say, like, what was that point, like, you know, where you transitioned, where you're like, all right, let me really take this music serious? Like, what made that click in your mind?
Honestly, a lot of people kept motivating me, pushing me, say, just drop your own music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got the skills to do it, so might as well just, you know what I mean, just drop your own album, you know what I mean?
Right.
And might as well, why not? What's to lose, right?
Well. Yeah, so your name's Kid Hook. Tell us a little bit more about that. What's the inspiration behind your name?
I'm a kid at heart. You know, obviously I have a family of four, so, you know, at the same time, all my life I've been just creating melodies and hooks for a lot of artists, you know, so working with factories from down south to Hit Factory to Virginia. And Pusha T Camp, you know what I'm saying? Playing to a lot of good artists up there, so the skills is there. It's just now just bringing it to the record.
Most definitely. So what are like your favorite beats? Like, what are your go-to beats that you love to go on?
Oh man, I'm versatile. I like everything from dance, because I'm actually part of the b-boy community as well too. So I used to be a break dancer as well too. So you know, it's rhythm in me. You know what I mean? My dad was a salsa legend in my opinion, because he sung with like Hector Lavoe, Willie Colon. You know, if you know who the artists are, then you know they're pretty big. So. Pretty old school, so you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so,
old school. So do you know? So you fluent in Spanish, right?
No, Spanglish.
Conversational.
New York so you know.
New
Yo puedo hablar español poquito, no tanto mucho.
Yo también. Yeah.
You know how it
so
is.
do you use that in your music too?
I just did a little verse recently for a rapper named ZM. You know what I mean? I just threw him a little something, a little Boricua verse, but you know.
That's dope.
You know, I definitely got a cue up on that.
Okay, so you have an album out. So tell us a little bit about that.
Independently, yeah, 14 tracks. You know what I mean? Just again showing love to a lot of artists like Mad Ills, Jay Hostile, obviously.
Shout out to Jay Hostile, Mad Ills,
SB Anomaly,
SB,
Henry,
my dog,
Jovi Rose,
shout out.
you know, so it just goes on from there, list on there. So
I was actually about to ask you who you want to shout out. You already shot them all out.
Yeah,
so
I got him.
Word. So something.
Oh, Johnny
Storm.
Oh, you already know. If you don't know Johnny Storm, look him up. So
yeah,
so,
shout out the whole crew.
MC Battle, you know what I mean?
Word.
Ills obviously created the whole Ozone out here in Orlando. So I think he's gonna bring it back again. I heard a bird told me he might bring it back to the scene. So
okay.
I don't know. I think he's itching right now. So you know.
Have you heard of someone named Aztec Escobar? Old school. Since you talk about old school.
Who?
Have you heard of Aztec Escobar?
Aztec
all
Escobar.
the way in the back.
I think so.
Back in the day. Okay, I'm just curious. Look them up. So look, something that we love to touch on here, not only is just about your music, your artistry. Mental health is really important for us, and you are creative, you're an artist, but you're also a human being.
Yes.
And there's a lot of positives, a lot of highlights that we talk about, but we want to know maybe if you could share with us something that maybe you've had to experience, that maybe you had to overcome in order for you to be where you are today, with your life or with your artistry.
Yeah.
And just to give a little sense of encouragement for other creatives.
I mean, life is tough. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is a big thing. So that's why if you feel like you're still in a corner, you gotta learn how to push yourself out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can say that because I've been in experience with a relationship for 10 years, and I still would have been with her from this day because some people get comfortable, but I had to push myself away from there. And ever since I did that, I want to see my life 360. Big time. Yeah.
So if you have to tell your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
I honestly continue staying humble and and just continue pushing.
All right, dope. So before we get into your track, we love to break down lyrics and things like that. Is there any lyric that of yours or anybody else's that you just feel like people need, to hear, that it would resonate with them? Like any lyrics of yours or anybody?
Any lyrics of mine that needs to resonate?
That you feel like are just really like powerful?
Honestly, if you just listen to it, You know, if you smoke a blunt too, good too. You know what I mean? Open up your mind even more. But you know, if you don't smoke, it's cool.
Or
but,
drink some coffee.
yeah, coffee's good too. Yeah, Monster Energy. You know, get you up and running. You know what I mean? You gotta keep that mind open though. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
just
yeah,
listen.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And just vibe out to it.
Aight.
You'll feel it.
You'll feel
definitely
it. You'll feel it. Most definitely. All right, straight. So before we get into your track, is there anybody else that you want to shout out?
Man, the whole scene out here, everybody out here, man, keep pushing. You know what I mean? Never stop. You know what I mean? Keep going. You never know. Tomorrow's
Okay.
never promised, and you never know. So you
Aight.
just keep pushing. So
Dope. So
shout out to you too, Simba.
thank
You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to you
you.
too.
Thank
Hold on, you know
you.
the whole
Praise
team
God.
out here as well too. You know.
Yeah. So let them
Appreciate
know
what
where
you
we
guys
can
do.
find you, of course, and then want to introduce your track.
Simple, easy, yeah. Hashtag, you know, the little comment sign, K-Hook, K-I-D-H-O-O-K. You know,
Let's
Google
go.
me, search me
Y'all
everywhere.
show him love.
It's
show
pretty
him support.
easy, you know what I mean? So yeah,
All
it's
right,
pretty
let's
simple.
get into it. So introduce your track.
Insert God, so it's number 14 on the album. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, it's a track that's based on real life, and you know, without God in your soul, you never lose.
Let's go. Let's get into it. Kid Hook, Free Yourself Radio. Yes, sir.
With God in your soul, you never lose. Never lose, never lose. Send my blessings every day to you. Wow. Pack up and let's go. Free that mind and moving. Positivity cruising. Open up to the movement. You. Send my many blessings just for you. You live and you learn within you. With God in your soul, you never lose. You lose, you learn, you bleed, you learn, you scream, you learn. You grieve, you learn, you choke, you learn, and then you laugh. Emotions burn to flames, then to ash. Have you ever felt the disconnect from you and faith? Have you ever felt a dark moment take place? Have you ever felt like God didn't love you? Love and glow is always there, will never ever fail you. God is go, God won't quit, God will swing and never miss. God will guide you, always love you, eternal on heaven bricks. It's a chick, got kids building it, yeah. It's a struggle, I help, I'll never quit, no. Remember that money and gold, can't take any of it. When you hear me flow, you can count on it. With that New York flow, I was born with it, yeah. You send my many blessings just for you. You live and you learn within you. With God in your soul, you never lose. No, send my many blessings just for you. You live and you learn within you. With God in your soul, you never lose. No, think right. Don't ever look down on anyone that God can make right. The devil gets inside of you. Lost so many friends and family that I knew. Make them do some evil things they'll never do. They'll never do, never do. I know, I speak the truth. There's so many of you, many of he, many of she. We all bleed the same seed. One race, one love in Christ we trust. Flow, flow, flow. As we flow miles away, even in the darkest holes. You send my many blessings just for you. You live and you learn within you. With God in your soul, you never lose. No, send my many blessings just for you. You live and you learn within you. With God in your soul, you never lose. Never lose. No. Won't take my soul. Take my soul. Take my soul. Can't take my soul. Can't replace my soul. God is king, you know. God is king, you know. God's plans, you know. No. Bigger than you know. No.
Yo, Free Yourself Radio, we are back. We got Zay the King right here in the building. Let's go. How you feeling today?
I'm good.
You feeling good? Okay, so you are artist. We know that you make clothes. We know that you do a lot of stuff in the city. So we want to know a little bit more about you for the people that are watching, the people that are here in person, and that will listen later on more about who you are. So first of all, where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
All right.
West Side to be exact.
Okay.
I got a lot of people down here that I know, and I just want to come down here and take advantage of better opportunities and everything.
Super dope. So how long you been doing music?
Actually, like pursuing it, I say like 2 years,
Okay.
but it's always been like a thing in my life, type of thing.
Yeah. So what got you into it though?
So it started off where I just would write. I'm the only child on my mom's side.
Me too.
So like I just write, like if she pissed me off or something, you know what I'm saying, happened in life, I just write.
Yeah.
And then it became like, all right, I'm writing raps to whatever beat is coming on and stuff like that.
Rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
that's just kind of
okay.
how that happened.
So who are like some of the artists that you typically listen to or that you draw inspiration from?
I listen to all forms of music for real, but as far as like my favorite artists, it will have to be J. Cole, G Herbo, and like ESTG. I know that's kind of like all over the place. But
Okay. So like if you could envision yourself in 1 year from now, with your music or with your clothing or with anything that you're doing, where do you see yourself?
Honestly, that's a hard question to answer. I really don't. A year from now, I mean, whatever God's will is, but I think it's so much that I have to learn, and you know what I'm saying, to get to where I want to go. I don't think that's gonna take a year, but
well, where would you like to go? If, just in general, if time wasn't a thing, whether it's a year, 2 years, just in the future, and you could envision like where do you see yourself?
Just really the distance. I mean, as far as I can take it. I mean, it's not really like a set mark.
Okay. So I know everybody has a different process when it comes to creating and writing and recording. Like for me, I like to light candles because I love fire. I don't know if you know, but for you, like, what's your creative process like?
So if it depends on like the mood of everything. Like if somebody send me a beat and they want me to get on a feature or something like that, I'll just listen to the beat, listen to what they saying, listen to the hook, figure out what message I want to say when I'm writing. But kind of like, it just depends. If I'm just writing how I'm feeling, then I just turn on the beat. I'm mad right now. Turn on the beat.
Like the back real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and I heard you. I mean, somebody told me. I don't know. I heard you were freestyling earlier. Spit a little something. We were wondering if maybe you could spit a little something. For us. Too. No pressure. It's always dope to have it if you want to.
I got you.
Word.
I could do an acapella.
You can spit a little acapella real quick. All right.
Man, I'm proud of my sister. She up in school, man. She working on her first degree, but my cousin down bad, awaiting trial. Damn, they tryna pin him with first degree and see me, man. I know that nigga personally, and goddamn, man, he didn't do it purposely. But here's the killing, the way that he was living, fast cars, different women. OGs always told us only had one ending, but luckily that day God was with him. I mean, luckily, man, that 9 was with him. He knew if he ain't blast, that day had been his last. So that's what made committing that crime so simple. He had a pocket full of his money and his hand on his pistol. If somebody tried to test it, he was testing that issue. Not thinking about the consequences, the judge don't give a fuck, period. He'll still throw you a sentence. Not thinking about his family and how much we gon' miss him. He moving with his pride and he saying he gotta kill him. So now he locked up in the system. Just another black male proved right by the statistics.
Come on, let's go. Super fire. And you spit it a cappella. We love that. So I was looking at your social media just a little bit, doing some research. I saw you were reading a book called The 4 Agreements. For those of y'all who don't know, real artists read. Y'all need to read because it creates content. Okay, so, tell us a little bit about, like, how, reading or, like, looking into some stuff affects your music or what things that you write about, because that's a deep book. Like, people are not on that.
No cap. I started reading really. It was this older gentleman. He was like talking to me like I was like 17, 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
He talking to me. He was just like, man, you mature for your age and things of that nature. And he was like, you should start reading. And I'm like, man, I'm not reading no book. I'm not in school no more. Try to downplay it.
Right. Like, we don't read.
Yeah, and he was like, nah, they say if you want to keep something from a black man, put it in a book and they'll never know it type thing. And that was the first thing that kind of like, hold on, like, all right, let me check this out. So I started reading. I I just take recommendations and stuff like that. A
Yeah.
homegirl told me about the 4 agreements. Check that book out. That book cold.
It is good.
A lot of solid knowledge in it.
Word. I appreciate you saying that because, it's very important for us to, like learn and be educated and know things and stuff like that. Not only for our music and artistry, but our own life.
No,
so
100%.
we love that. So we're about to get into your track. But if there's anybody that you want to introduce or like shout out or, tell the people that they need to know, they need to work with, like if you want to shout them out now.
For first, I want to say I appreciate y'all for allowing me to come on the show.
Appreciate you.
Two, everybody that supported me, family, everything, shout out to them. Anybody that people should work with, you should look up this producer. His name is Tweak Produces.
Word.
On Instagram, and he'll get you right with the beats.
All right.
He actually produced this track that's about to play.
All right, word. So let them know where they can find you, and let's get into your track.
All right, you can find me on all social media platforms at Saint One of One. All platforms for my music,
Okay.
Spotify, Apple Music.
Okay. Word. Introduce your track.
All right, this track is called Perspectives, produced by Tweak Producers. And I'm Zay Saint. Get into it.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Free Yourself Radio. Let's go.
Ooh, he tweaking.
It's like 3 in the morning, man. We're finishing up the album. We got a lot of things in the works, and everything is coming full circle, I don't believe in perfect timing, but I do believe when you're ready, when that time come, everything gonna come. You know what I'm saying? What you been praying for? Saint, humble beginning.
Learning. Life is really all about perspective. A 6 can be a 9 depending on just where you standing. Blessings, learn to love them in all types of fashion. I take the good with the bad and watch how I match it. Been through hell but never say poor me. When it rains it pours, and lately it's been really pouring. I kicked the door down, I'm standing just right where the door be. Ironically I got the same ones adoring me. Now check it, I peeped game, then I really started to invest it. Check after check, when you checking off your checklist. To have testimony, you gotta go and get tested. I heard my calling, but somehow they didn't get the message. Builder man, lately I've been trying to stack. My homie clicked up with a op, I guess opposites attract. Still got a problem fucking hoes and never calling back. A young Keenan and Kel, cause to her she swear I'm all that. But never mind that, lately I've been focused on my mind shift. Saving in the daylight, I ain't talking about no time shift. About to reach my dreams and I don't really think they see it. Oh, about to reach my dreams and I ain't even really sleeping. He took L after L, and Maddie went through hell. We took L after L, but fuck it man, oh well. They say that I'm the greatest, I guess only time will tell. But I'm headed past the greats, I'm just trying to prevail. True story.
True story. True story. Hey, shout out to Tweak, man. We getting it together, man. Everything coming full circle, man. The album is done. Finishing it up. I can't wait for y'all to hear it, man.
When I come, I don't have to say I'm real. They already know that. You know what I'm saying? From me being me. From not pushing the thugness, but I know from the business that everybody in this business is always whispering in your ear about what you can't say, what you can't do, what you can't wear. In this world, and in this world, it's two worlds, a white world and a black world. All I did was stand in the middle, you know what I'm saying, and say I'm living in these, I'm living in both worlds. I can go to the streets and survive, and I can go out here and do my thing.
Yeah, it's lady. I just do this shit for fun, but I be stepping though. They be thinking that they want these issues. What's the pressure though? I'm really fucking lit. Fly bitch about my cheddar, bro. Doing this for mine. After that, it's fuck whoever, bro. For real. I just do this shit for fun, but I be stepping though. They be thinking that they want these issues. What's the pressure though? I'm really fucking lit. Fly bitch about my cheddar, bro. Doing this for mine. After that, it's fuck whoever, bro. For real. So now I'ma cut me a coupe. Fuck it, I'm lit in the stool. Saying why shit like a film in multiple states, I need multiple dudes. Girls is chicken patent, they really be needing some practice. Stay with the energy, talking high shit, but somehow they never have status. Like, I don't even know what that means. Know what I say, I be chatting. They say that these rappers be capping. Well, I ain't a rapper, bitch, I'm a lyricist. Yeah, really was happening. I just do this shit for fun, but I be stepping though. They be thinking that they want these issues. What's the pressure though? I'm really fucking lit. Fly bitch about my cheddar, bro. Doing this for mine. After that, it's fuck whoever, bro. For real. I just do this shit for fun, but I be stepping though. They be thinking that they want these issues. What's the pressure though? I'm really fucking lit. Yeah, I'm really fucking lit. Fly bitch about my cheddar, bro, for real. Having an issue, they press with a pistol, but fuck it, that's not what I'm into. Whatever he's saying irrelevant, said that I'm heartless, yeah, I be dead in it. I know that I'm bad, I only get badder, but shorties be hating like, why does it matter? I'm solid as fuck, stay with the drip, don't mind any smoke, that's why I'm at her. She hating, I passed her, she pray like a pastor, yeah, I get her mad. When they nigga be looking, they get even madder, but what can he do for the kid? Is you really gon' root for the kid? Or claim that you got me cheap with the posse, not even big, so how are you cocky, big dog? I do big teams that get them pissed off. Took shots, they not good shots, shorty missed off.
Yo, Free Yourself Radio, we back with the one, the only, the king himself, Mr. Payne. We the future movement. Y'all don't understand. Known each other for a minute. He's from Broward. I'm from Broward.
One time.
So what's up? How you doing? How are you feeling today?
Feeling well, man. Grateful. This year started with a boom.
Yes.
Feel like everybody's in that same kind of energy. Did the work over these last couple years since COVID and started putting in the work towards what we actually want to do. So, yeah, feel good.
You wear so many hats, like between helping artists, come about, running events, being an artist yourself, having a nonprofit you work with the youth too. You've done stuff with me and supported me. So tell us a little bit about what it's like, how to juggle and balance all of that.
I mean, when you're a kid, like, you get the opportunity to try everything. Like, especially if you get a family that's, like, blessed, you can kind of try whatever. And you'll realize you're good at everything. I believe we born an artist, we born creative. As long as you get the opportunity to, like, try it, it'd be dope. So, I mean, the biggest balance now is just trying to have fun with it and not get, like, stressed by the different hats. Because I like to do all the stuff that I do. So, as long as I can make time for it. Yeah.
So you mentioned time. So would you say like time management is something big for you?
Biggest key, yeah.
And I know you have like a system, right? Where like tell us a little bit about like what helps you stay organized. If you could throw some gems out there for the others that do a lot, what are some things that really help you as a creative, as entrepreneur? Like how do you stay organized?
Use the tools that we have. Your phone is a hell of a gadget in the sense of like scheduling, calendars, things like that. But before even you get to like the technology, it's just like knowing in yourself what you want to put your time towards.
True.
Like,
prioritizing.
Yeah, be good about like every couple weeks or so, just like readjusting back to like what are my values, so that you actually making sure you're doing the things that's within your value first.
Like not getting lost in the sauce, basically.
Because like, take time for you.
Yeah, sometimes we get really like pulled away, and actually it's interesting because like even this morning, like I'm driving over here and I'm like, okay, doing the radio, doing the mic, but I'm like, I love God, believe in God, so I was like, let me just stop everything and listen to some preaching a little bit while I'm on the way, because that's first, the values, like you said, going back.
You gotta be aware of yourself enough to even know, like, yo, something's not right. Let me fix it. Most people don't even you don't realize it. So
yeah, because that's foundational. So when you start to neglect foundation, then everything else starts to kind of like deteriorate. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about like I know you dropped a video recently. It was really dope. I was able to see it exclusively. Yeah. So tell us about that video and a little bit about that.
Yeah, the song is called Royal Rising. I believe we're gonna be hearing that today too.
Nice. Fire.
That is a term that came from 2020. I started meditating crazy during that time. I was jumping on IG Live every morning, like 9 o'clock.
I was on those lives, meditation.
Yeah, 10 weeks straight, like, and it changed my life, like, in the sense of like knowing what my body feels like when I'm normal. Yeah. You get all the stresses and stuff, and you think that's normal, like having this ache in your neck and all that kind of stuff.
It's not normal.
It's not.
It's not.
So like the song Royal Rising was just it coming from like I'm an artist, I'm a rapper to the core, so the sense of like your words being important.
Yeah.
Hearing the word morning, good morning, like morning is something that's usually associated with like a death or losing somebody. So just the idea of like, what's a way that I can say good morning that makes me feel like a king?
That's deep. That sounds like a poem I need to write. I'm not gonna lie to you. Can I steal that concept?
It's all good. We might be able to perform it
with
the song.
Morning versus morning in the morning. Right.
Yeah, real facts though. And that song is coming from that, and like really, like I said, everybody that's like focused on your mission. You are royalty. So like the song is really just capitalizing on that. Like wake up in your morning and know that you about to accomplish everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get in tune with that. So tell us a little bit about WTF for those who don't know. Of course, it's like everything you stand for. Tell us about that.
Yeah, WTF is We the Future movement. Yeah. I'm it's a product of my experience as an artist. All through college and stuff, I started making music in elementary school, but coming to college and realizing like, yo, I'm really getting big, quote unquote, but there's no money. I'm not seeing like the other stuff that can actually like, make sure it supplements my life.
Mm-hmm.
So when I graduated, it became like, yo, I need to build something that's a resource for artists because I'm an artist that needs resources myself.
Right.
So started doing that and realized, yo, like we need everything. And you start realizing now, like everybody got studios at the crib. Everybody knows how to engineer. Everybody knows how to do photography. I picked up a lot of these talents
Yeah,
myself.
you did. I
Like,
booked you.
we could do it with each other. That's that same budget that the label's gonna say a meal and it's gonna go towards all these expenses when really you could just hire your homeboys and do it for way cheaper and not have to recoup all that back.
Yep,
so.
you gotta learn yourself.
Yeah.
You know, they say either have time or money, and if you don't got the money, you better get the time to learn. That's why I kind of learned myself, because by the time I have to tell you and remind you and micromanage you, I could have already done it and saved my money. Like, for real. So we need to learn our skill sets, and that's what it takes to be a good leader. Like, if you run a restaurant or you run a business or anything,
you gotta know how to sweep.
You gotta know all the
cook.
roles.
Yeah.
Because in case someone drop, and that's the business and stuff. So we love that. So that we could really interview you for hours, because like there's so much parts to you. But I know you've had a chance to go in some of the high schools and some of the schools. You've worked with some of my youth, right? And supported Exodus, my nonprofit. So tell us a little bit about your vision with helping the community or the youth in general.
I mean, they the future.
Facts.
You can't convince your friends of changing habits. A lot of times, people that's your age, because you grow up and build habits, but the kids are still like open to being told good things. And,
they are
and pursuing that. So I'm always keep focused on the kids.
I think we had you facilitate during COVID, right? Because on COVID, I wasn't playing around. We did online rap battles, Zoom things, all that, right?
Yeah, we did a workshop, right?
We did a workshop virtually. You came on. That was super dope. Yeah, we appreciate you. So if you guys want to check him out, you want to support his events, you want to support his merch, like definitely please do, because he's a creative, he's an entrepreneur here in the city, and him and I have been talking, and we're trying to get everybody, together and unify people, because that's what we're missing. Don't think that just, if you come together, you're going to miss out or lose money. Nah, you're going to get further when you come together. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we are doing, not trying. I'm gonna
try to quote something I just heard on I forgot what show it was, but it was like, if you want to go somewhere fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, do it together. So
say that again. Say that again. Say that
if
again.
You want to fast, do it alone. If you want to go far, do it with others. So
that's facts.
Yeah,
we appreciate you. So we love Pain. We love We the Future. So if anyone you want to shout out and then introduce your track, and we'll get right into it.
Yeah, man. God first. My mother and my father. That's the masters. And everybody that's involved with making this world better, man, because we all got to do it together.
All right, let's get into it. Let's introduce your track.
Yeah, so the song is called Royal Rising. As I said, you can wake up to this. You could also go to sleep to it, but really try waking up to it one morning and see how it does with your day. And let me know. Hit me up.
All right, let's go. That's Pain, We the Future, Free Yourself Radio. Let's go.
They say life is a dream. It ain't quite what it seems. I say life is a movie, continue writing the scene. Where you get them shoes from? What's the price of your jeans? She want a like on a picture, he want a strike for the team. They say life is a stress. Man, I don't feel it, I've been smoking and blessed. I've been working my hardest, see, I've been stroking to death. I'm an artist, I paint. Just look at they faces like I fought at this stank. I'm the living proof that you could live in truth. Not that many do. I've been broke, watch me make a penny poof into $1 million soon. Real smooth individual, vibe laced with quotables, never too lyrical. At least not on the surface. I don't know, but son spiritual. Lost a mother so young, was cut from the umbilical. Quite biblical. Returned to his pops and he dropped issues. This brother has spawned miracle. I had days reminiscing on the skyline. La 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 la. Wondering why I couldn't see it out of my blinds. My. I got lost looking for it in the nighttime. Nah. I found my way when I was gazing at the sunrise. Right. Been embracing my shadow side, I'm a different guy. I'm getting high to my lows, floating a different sky. It's a different world, gentrified. I'm walking around with my shirt off, they still think I'm civilized. I'm done being stuck, it's a new day, the sun coming up. You see the light, then you might just be one of us. You ever thought about it? You ever saw things but knew you couldn't talk about it? I open up my eyes when I go to sleep, but I open up my mind every time I blink. I'm getting close to my desires when I think in motion. Swear I can see the signs when I'm rolling weed. Star seeds out the galaxy. Planet minds got the matrix out here mad at me. I had a dream once like Martin, but I don't wanna be another casualty, martyr to fatality, nah. I had days reminiscing on the skyline. La 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 la. Wondering why I couldn't see it out of my blinds. My. I got lost looking for it in the nighttime. Nah. I found my way when I was gazing at the sunrise. Right.
Angie, Lou, yeah, Kato, you way too and it's R.I.P. until we meet. Yeah. Nah, I can't even express this feeling, man. I remember the first time I saw your face. I was 12, you was 13. In the 6th grade, we used to chill and we hung out in class, pretending I ain't even see you when I was doing my math. I don't know, shit got real. This month went by. Every girl in your face.
Free Yourself Radio, we back with the one and only Jazzy Wayne. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Thanks for having me, Simba. Thanks for having me.
No, of course. I peeped that shirt. That shirt is kind of fire. You got some more of those shirts?
Oh, yeah. I got whatever. Right now, my website is kind of down. I got my own clothing line, JazzyWayneCollection.com.
Fire.
Website is down, but you can still order through, like, Facebook, my page on there. It's a little better management through that way, so I'm doing it that way right now.
We know you performing tonight, so make sure tonight you shout that out and let people know where they can support and purchase.
Definitely slide.
Do some
sure.
pre-orders, maybe. Pre-sales.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. On some T-shirts for sure.
Yes. So where you from?
Originally from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay, I peeped the accent.
Yeah. Most recently moved from Indianapolis, Indiana, though.
Okay.
So I've been here about 2 years.
Yep. I have a friend too from Indiana. How's it over there?
I mean, it's cool. You gotta be ready for some.
You too.
You gotta be ready for cold weather though when you're there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But it's
Word.
cool.
So how long you been making music? What got you into it?
To be honest, man, I got a big sister who used to write. She still write a little bit, but that's probably my first, motivation to write. And I was probably like, 7, 8, really just learning how to write words.
Okay.
And then outside of her, Lil Wayne made me really pick up a pencil to want to learn how to write. But as far as pursuing my music, just 2 years now.
Okay,
Yep.
2 years only, and you already grinding. That's
Yeah.
what's up. So, what excites you the most in the creative process? Like, is it the writing? Is it the recording? Is it the hearing it after?
It's a little bit of it all. For me, I'm still trying to find my voice. So for me, just hearing something that I like to hear over the speakers is an accomplishment for myself. And then obviously when anybody else bop their head to your stuff, then, you know, that's always a good feeling. So that's really
Yeah.
the motivation. Just trying to get somebody something to bop their head to for real. You know, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, super dope. So, if you could collaborate with one artist or a couple artists, who would it be? Who would they be?
Man, like I said, since my motivation really came from Lil Wayne, that'd be probably number one. Just cause I mean I love that man with the words, man, the metaphors and things of the sort. That's what gets me with music. So
you into poetry?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
on
So that's what I
now.
like to write poetry. I want
Metaphors.
to write books and all that. So yeah, my hobby is actually writing. So me to sit and hear a beat, see what mood it puts me in, and just kind of just come off the dome. Everything I write is like almost premeditated because it just give me like 2 lines and then I got a song for you in about an hour.
I love that. You seem like real, enthusiastic, motivated. I love that. Good
the writing
energy.
part is where it's at for me. That's my
Right.
hobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something that we touch on sometimes with some of the artists, a little bit about mental health. We're big on that. Because life is not always rainbows. It's not always exciting. It's not always like, it's like sometimes, I don't feel good. And sometimes I don't really want to be here. You know what I mean? But I'm here. So tell us a little bit about, if you don't mind, something that maybe you've overcome or had to go through to kind of help you get to where you are now, to kind of give somebody else hope or perspective.
Yeah, for me, I'm blessed because I come from the hood. So when I was 13, I got sent away to who arguably the most wealthy and well-off person in my family, which is my uncle, who took me in at 13. So that's my biggest blessing. But from there, I still had to make things happen. They put me in a better environment, but you still have to grind each and every day as a human being because somebody's gonna try to throw you off, and it's up to you and the decisions you make. And that's one thing that you just got to learn early, and you got to ride with it. That it is your reaction to how you take things. So that's a big thing.
Yeah, it's true. You definitely have to get your mind right, and how to like respond to certain situations and circumstances and stuff like that.
Most definitely.
So do you feel like, changing your surroundings and your environment helps, shape your life?
Yeah, it definitely helped because I went from the majority to a minority overnight. So when I got sent away, was
Say that again.
I went from the majority to the minority overnight. So I went from having maybe 1 or 2 white people in my school to being the only black person in my class.
Oh wow.
So it was a lot to deal with. But like I said, it's how you accept that challenge and how you look at it and how you take it. So
right, exactly. Okay. So, we just want to know, like, what's something that you have coming up or that we can look forward to for this coming year?
Yeah, so probably this summer, most definitely. Just look out for. I'm gonna be flooding all platforms with just
flooded. He gonna be flooded. So
with
y'all
all
just
kind of
wait
tracks.
for it.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit of everything. It's all hip hop, but the content is different angles because I listen to a beat and I kind of just let the pen ride from there. So some of my stuff is more upbeat, more trap type, and then I got some low key type stuff too. So I think today I got some low key type stuff. Hopefully y'all like it or whatever. But just
we're gonna love it, of course.
Yeah, expect this summer though. I'm gonna just be flooding the platforms with all kind of songs.
All right. So you excited? I know you performing. What you performing tonight?
Yep. So tonight I got 3 tracks lined up. The first one's gonna be Dirt, and then the second one's gonna be Left Cheek, Right Cheek. And then
okay.
And then my third one's gonna be Summer Drop.
Okay. So y'all make sure y'all pull up tonight. Free yourself. Open mic at Novelty Hookah Lounge. Doors open at 8. We're going until midnight. He's gonna be performing. So come out and support. Word. So is there anyone that you'd like to shout out before we get into your track?
Yeah, just all my fam, who support me through the process. For me trying to identify myself with this music thing, it comes with a lot, especially depending on what you write about. You get looked at a different type of way depending on your words. But somebody who really understand hip hop, they can look in between the lines of what you're really saying and get the message. But just all the people who support me through the process, I just want to shout them out.
Yes, all the supporters, right, and all the naysayers too. We appreciate y'all because y'all make us famous for free, right?
Exactly.
A friend of mine, he had like a diss comment in his Instagram, and he pinned it to say like, okay, I still see you. So yeah, so it's interesting. But anyways, we appreciate you. So let's get into your track. You want to introduce it?
Yeah, so this is a track. It ain't too new. It's been out just for a little while, but it's called Clarity. And it's by your boy Jazzy Wayne.
Let's go, Jazzy Wayne.
Man, this your boy Jazzy Wayne. Checking in. Another one by Wave 808. Another beat by Taff. And of course, I'ma bless y'all with some lyrics by Jazzy Wayne. But hey, man, you know we always searching for clarity. But it's up to you to find your way. And that's facts. All these shots of Hennessy, I cannot see. Damn, I think I need clarity. All this jewelry in this ice that you see on me. Them VVS is about the clarity. All these shots of Hennessy, I cannot see. Damn, I think I need clarity. All this jewelry in this ice that you see on me. Them VVS is about the clarity. Young nigga, stay on your grind. Young nigga, you gonna shine. Young nigga, don't leave behind your peace of mind. It will incline your state of mind. Still in a bind, ignore the signs you couldn't align. Now everything seems out of line. Plus you feel like you out of time. I just need transparency. The red flags were clear to see. I'm just searching for clarity, but nothing seems to have certainty. 2020 caught the LLC since then Jazzy Wayne on the team. Some people are feeling me, some are feeling jealousy. Fell asleep in all this gold. Nigga woke up, had a cold. All these fucking diamonds had my neck, my ears, my wrist was froze. All that shit from reaching goals, nigga, that's the way it go. Hit the dro and blew some O's, it made me cough, I made it snow. All these shots of Hennessy, I cannot see. Damn, I think I need clarity. All this jewelry in this ice that you see on me. Them VVS is about a clarity. Hennessy up in my cup, yeah, you see me pouring it up. Still searching for clarity, but sometimes just don't give a fuck. So I keep that semi tuck, but niggas keep on acting tough. Yeah, you said you're rolling up, but now you actually smoked you up. You got some hitters, I don't give a fuck. I got some niggas that don't give a fuck. They'll hunt you down, just roll this buck. If they don't look right, might set you up. Still the same nigga off in the cut. You gonna have to dig me out your mean bitch butt. If a nigga on butt might get cut up, and I don't got time, come clear shit up. All these shots of Hennessy, I cannot see. Damn, I think I need clarity. All this jewelry in this ice that you see on me. Them VVS is about a clarity. All these shots of Hennessy, I cannot see. Damn, I think I need clarity. All this jewelry in this ice that you see on me. Them VVS is about a clarity. All these shots of Hennessy, I cannot see. Damn, I think I need clarity. All this jewelry in this ice that you see on me. Them VVS is about a clarity. All these shots of Hennessy, I cannot see. Damn, I think I need clarity. All this jewelry in this ice that you see on me. Them VVS is about a clarity.
All right, let's go. Free Yourself Radio. We are back with the one, the only D Montana. How you feeling today?
I'm good. How you there?
I'm pretty good. Appreciate you coming through. I like that necklace you got right there. Who is that?
That's my great grandma.
Your great grandma?
Yeah.
You love? Okay, you
I
love
you
her.
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Rest in power.
Mhm.
Okay, you a family man. You big with your family?
Oh yeah, most done.
I see your dad's here supporting. That's
Mhm.
what's up.
Since day one.
Where are you from?
I'm from West Orlando.
West Orlando.
Right in there, but I like to say I'm from West Orlando, but Avalon, like when I got in that made me who I am.
Alright.
That made who D Montana is. You know what I'm saying?
You heard West Orlando flow, Caleb Gordon? Hey. I just had to say. Well, that's what's up. How long you been making music?
I've been making music since I was like 14.
Okay.
But for real, I started making it this year. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
As soon as I turned 17, hot right in it.
Okay. So, like, what made you, like, switch, kind of, like, really take it serious and want to start really doing it for real?
I was in sports. I was a main football player. I was going into my senior year, and everybody was like, "What you gonna be doing? You gonna be still playing football?" But on the side, I was still trying to do music. I always wanted to do music. I've been rapping since I was a little boy, so I was like, you know what I'm saying? What do I really want to do, and how can I really pursue it? And I chose music over the football because I know this is what I really want to do. So I know I got the talent for it, and now I'm here. So
Yeah, and you can do more than one thing. It could be multifaceted. So definitely still do the sports and music and do all in one.
Mhm.
It's dope. It's good to have different avenues. Word. So like, what puts you in that mood? What gets you in that mood? Like, man, we in the mood now. What gets you in that mood?
Like good things that be like happening in life, or if I be with like people that if I be with people who like make me happy, like family, friends. If I know I got
Good
good
food.
thing, good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see how that smile right there? Dang, they throw it down in the kitchen.
Just if it's good, then I just get in that mood. You know what I'm saying? I just lock in and just do what I do.
Yeah.
Anything, even bad stuff, like cause I had obstacles thrown my way. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Jumping over hurdles, but
Elaborate on that a little bit if you don't mind.
I went through a lot. And I was like 15, 16, a lot of mental health and all that. 'Cause, it ran through my genes. So it went through my grandpa to my mom and me.
Yeah.
I had a setback, but I had a major comeback. So that's why I'm making my music, most done.
All right. So you feel like that time, it kind of helped you to get back in the headspace.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you a young king, right? So maybe some people around you are not always making the best decisions and stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe if they did music, you think they'd probably be in a better path. So what would be like some piece of advice, or if you could just like grab one of your friends or somebody you see around you, like by the neck and be like, yo, like to tell them, like what would you tell them?
And
like,
I do, 'cause where I'm from, it ain't the best environment. We go through a lot, but I grab my homeboys and my YGs and my little brothers and be like, just get this money started away and just put what you can really do onto the mic. Like it's really real deal money. You can make real deal money and show people how you talented and you got this and that. You can just show people how creative you are. You ain't always gotta be trying to, crash out. Get in trouble. It's always a different way.
Yeah, there's different avenues for sure. And you got a lot of anger, frustration. It's important that we, tap in and express ourselves in a constructive and a positive way as an outlet. And I definitely got to tap in with you because I have a nonprofit. I didn't even know you were 17. I didn't even know you were 17.
Yeah, I'm 17.
I did not know you were 17, but that's dope because I have a nonprofit called Exodus United. So we work with youth and like up until 18. So I would love for you to join, but that's a separate side.
Oh,
but
we can get into that.
Yeah, we get into that. So what do you have up and coming? What's something you're excited for the year?
Since it's the new year, I got more music dropping. I'm working on a mixtape called Avalon Baby. You know what I'm saying? Avalon is what made me. You know what I'm saying? Doing a music video coming out soon with my homeboys, my brothers. So just stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying?
Fire. So is there anybody else that you like to shout out or anything before we introduce your track?
I like to shout out my mom, my grandma, my aunties.
Of course, all the fam.
My dad, he here, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Tittenville, Avalon. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
Yeah. My brothers, all that.
OCA.
Y'all, you for having me here. So I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? OCA, that's my thing. Overcome anything. OCA.
I like that acronym. All right. That's right. So we about to get into your track. So where can they find you? And let's introduce the name of your track.
You can find me on all platforms. Just put in D Montana. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be the first one to pop up.
All right, D Montana. And what's the name of your track?
It's called Montana Talk. I named it Montana Talk because where I'm from, a lot of people sound the same. They rap about the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm only 17, so I like to switch it up. And a lot of people say I'm different, I'm creative. So that's what, I just talking a lot. I'm just talking, you know what I'm saying? Just talk that talk for a 17-year-old.
All right, most definitely. All right, let's get into it.
You are who you hang around. The people that you kick it with. You are who you hang around.
Wise words from Miss Montana.
The truth hurt. Nobody wanna hear the truth. But I'ma talk it anyway.
Back against the wall and people laughing, feel departed. And tipping by the thank you, all I got me feeling God. I'm still kicking it and moving smart, we safe when they around me. When I was lost alone up in the dark, nobody found me. But I'm on still rolling and it's me, yeah, I'm flowing. Like the blood that's in my heart ain't got me feeling extra cold. And you know this, 2 years in her, can't trust no more, I'm lonely. Had to cut them others off and switch the gears right up the road. I'm an Avalon, baby, you cannot hate me. Was causing havoc at sunrise, so ask them people they relate. I used to kick it with them boys, every day we was in the making. Go to high school and people change, don't worry the gym, no I ain't hating. I was the best on everybody, even enemies and Satan. This life I live, it ain't no game, I'm on my 10, no I ain't playing. I drop the dimes up in my rhymes, cause people say they out here changing. Yeah, I'm a different type of bat, I hang with Bruce without the weight. Like you from out of town, you come around here with them boys now. So you tryna live, you get the things you do and I'm supposed to. They wanna catch a kill, I haven't seen you in a while and I wish you would get up out of here. Yeah, get if you don't do that, I choke you, hit shit fine by your ear. Been trying to catch me, brothers had told me, dear bro, yeah, I was trying to take him out, but I can't lie, I won't reach a mill. Catching me popping the pill, violence and trying to catch kill. Jamari told me don't never quit, and I told him I never will. Someone tell me, yeah, what is the deal? Right
never did nobody wrong. And people say they love my smile, but ain't knowing that I am fake. You piss me off, I come to be like I am gon' super saiyan. Coming hot, coming right at your face, my nigga, no way, yeah. I feel like I am the hardest. I'm still ballin' with these niggas to the day like when we started. You hurt my feelings, I forgave you, and again, never saw it. That's okay, I'm cool and nothing about you, no, I never wanted realest. I never wanted dealings, cause all I want is money, and I'm chasing to the millions. Cause I'm like, fuck a hater in my bag, and I'm hoping that you seeing it too. Without the pain you cost me, girl, I swear I'm nothing to do. Dummy, get blessed like I do. Cause with nobody, I'm a different type of gangster in flesh. Orlando race, but I sound different, so I'm hoping I'm next. I make this song for me and people get this shit off my chest. And hopefully you got the message, I ain't causing no mess.
Free Yourself Radio. We back at it again with Lenny the Heart, all the way from Fort Lottie. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from too. My old school friend. How you feeling today, King?
Living the dream.
Word.
Yeah.
I would say where you're from, but I know where you're from.
Yeah.
But what's your nationality?
Colombiano Americano.
Colombiano, papi. I'm just saying. That's what's up. So, how long you been making music?
I want to say 12 years.
Dang.
12 years.
That's a decade and some change. All right. So, what got you into it? What inspired you the most?
Heartbreak.
I can relate. Heartbreak. Is that why you call yourself Lenny the Heart?
Lenny the Heart.
So, like, heartbreak at a young age? Or?
Absolutely, yeah. I thought, at that age, 16, we're talking about marrying and having kids.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work that way. So I didn't know who I was after the breakup, and I had to find myself. So I couldn't go crazy. So I just found a rapper, and we just started freestyling on the city bus. So that's where it started.
Word, yeah. Heartbreak is something that a lot of people experience, and it's something that whether it's a young age or old age, we all go through it. But I feel like it motivates us to go harder. I can relate as well. Been through that. So what is something that that you aspire to do? Like something that you're looking forward to, up and coming.
I absolutely want to inspire the youth, especially youth that is faces incarceration at troubled youth. I want to go speak in jail facilities, prisons, and do music concerts inside prisons.
Yes, you will. You got to affirm it. I will do music. I will. Yeah, we got to tap in then with my nonprofit, with the youth. We got to have you come and talk
Exodus
to them.
United.
Yes, sir. Word. So, as we mentioned earlier, mental health is something that we touch on a lot here because we, know that many people go through many things. So, you've mentioned heartbreak. What are some other things that maybe you've had to overcome in these 12 years that kind of like maybe set you back one step, but maybe put you ahead 3 steps? Like, what's some other things that you've had to kind of overcome?
Wow. Early on, 2 years into making music, some of this heartbreak led me to do crazy things, and I was facing a minimum mandatory prison sentence. So, instead of going to prison, the Judge Porth, he let me go to House of Hope, which is a mental health facility.
I'm familiar with that.
So, yeah.
House of Hope, wow.
So I did 6 months in House of Hope, followed by 10 months house arrest.
Wow.
I couldn't walk my dog, and that 10 months house arrest, that's when I dropped my first album, Lennon, and that's where I learned to make beats and really hone my craft.
Wow, that's deep. Yeah, sometimes we have to take a step back to take 3 steps forward. So we appreciate your bravery and your vulnerability for sharing that. And for everybody that's listening and watching, don't think that just because you go through something that you're not gonna be able to overcome that or like come back from that. You can come back a lot stronger, right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
what would be a piece of advice that you would give your younger self if you could?
There's a lot of people out there that are beautiful. Don't crash out because of one girl.
Yeah, don't crash out because of one person.
Turn that pain into lyrics, into it's fuel. Yeah, it's
fuel. Most definitely. So who's like some of your top 5? Like your top artists that you like?
Kanye West.
Oh, Through the wire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drake, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, MGMT, Coldplay.
All right. Yeah, so you know, I feel like Drake, every song he makes is a hit. I feel like.
Yeah, people don't know. He really goes in.
Yeah.
He has moments in his music. Like last night, I was driving to Orlando, South Florida, and
That's so dope. We appreciate that.
Yeah, and
you should have told me you're in town, man.
Yeah,
there was mad events.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. There's events tonight.
I tried
Pop
to
up
go
tonight.
I tried to go to a karaoke lounge at 3:30 a.m., but it was closed.
No, it's not like Miami. But tonight there's mad events, so we got you. And of course ours. Free yourself, open mic tonight, pop out, novelty. All right. So yeah, basically, you know, you're from South Florida and things like that. You came over here. So what are some other cities that you are interested in traveling to, whether it's to be interviewed or to perform?
There's no limits globally. I just came back. I lived in Colorado for 5 years, like in the mountains, just to isolate and get my head right, make music. So I lived in Colorado, beautiful mountains. I love New York, Jersey. I lived there too, but yeah, we want to touch global charts, you know.
We will touch global charts.
Cause we have to. Like, this is healing, you know.
Yeah, healing. It's really important. So where can the people find you?
Lenny the Heart everywhere. Google, Deezer, Pandora, Spotify, all that.
Facts. All right, so we better get into your track and tell us the name of your track one time.
Hype Beast. It's
Hype
called
Beast.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hype Beast. You hear it on Free Yourself Radio. I have a poem with that same name, so we gotta get into it. All right, let's go. All right,
and shouts to B Records. Shouts to B Records.
Word.
Humble,
right.
Mr. Humble.
All right.
Yeah. True love story right here. True love story right here. Yeah. I'm serious. Yeah. Listen to this. Dedicated to all the fashionistas, women's out there. Yo,
she a hyphy, she a hyphy. I think she like me, she just might be my wifey. But she a hyphy, I think she like me, but she a hyphy. She see the Supreme top in the bathing ape tennis shoes like Lenny what it do. So I whisper in the ear, keep it real, keep it true. It goes like this, yo, I can make you fall in love, yeah, But you a hype beast, yeah, you a hyphy, yeah. You a hype beast, you a hype. I see it from a mile away, yeah, like what's the deal? Is you a hype beast or not? I think you like me. I fell in love one too many times. I don't got the love that you seek, but I mean, and if you're you, then we can be two in the same room with the same shoes and the same shades. Ray-Bans to be exact, got the monkey on my back. She started smoking on the stuff, so I started smoking too. Nike, Air Force Ones, and Royal Blue. She want the latest Jordans too. I'm like, nah, you a hype beast, yeah. You a hype beast, you a hype beast. I think she wanna be my wifey, but she a hype beast, she a hype beast. I think she wants to be my freaking wifey, yeah. Yeah, true love story right here. Sing it with me. She a hype beast. I think she wants to be my freaking wifey. She a hype beast. I think she wants to be my wifey with the Supreme top and the bathing ape tennis shoes like Lenny what it do. Yeah, she say Lenny what it do. So I whisper in the ear, keep it true. Like, is she for real? You a hype beast. You a hype beast. I think she wants to be my freaking wifey. She a hype beast. I think she wants to be my freaking wifey. Yeah, with the white tee and the Ray-Bans on my face. She got the same thing on hers. And so we go to the room, we make a little love, and so we keep it true. Start smoking on the stuff that she smokes too. I'm like, nah, I can't do this no more, boo. I gotta go, gotta bounce. I gotta do my thing. And you can smoke that ounce by your freaking stuff, yeah. Is she a hype? I think she like me. I think she wants to be my freaking wifey. She a hype beast, she a hype. I think she wants to be my freaking wifey. Is she a hype? Is she a hype beast? I think she wants to be my freaking wifey, yeah. She a hype beast. I think she like me, but she a hype beast. Is she a hype beast?
Deontay different.
Ooh, yeah. Bro. Come on, these bitches can find so they do what I want to. So my clothes design and my BBs hit different, so bright that it blind you. If you play a role, baby, I could be your sponsor. Money getting thrown in the air. Give me that, yeah. Drive it down, nigga, might just pay your rent. Take you to the hills from the jets, yeah. Fly you overseas, private jet. BBs on my neck, my time on the tech, everything designer. I look like a check, yeah. Eat that Benny on the floor, back of says fit. We niggas private and explore the islands. I be being sponsored, yeah. Message in the bottle, like I'm Gavin Gosling. Introduce you to the finer things, ain't no problem, I can take you from the hood to the hills in 3 hours. Two faces on me. I spin it hard, please. When you drop it down on me, I can make it rain easy. Give me what I need. No, I ain't all to please. If you give it all to me, I can show you what I mean. Come on, these bitches can find so they do what I want to. So my clothes design and my BBs hit different, so bright that it blind you. If you play a role, baby, I could be your sponsor. Money getting thrown in the air. Give me that, yeah. Drive it down, nigga, might just pay your rent. Take you to the hills from the jets, yeah. Fly you overseas, private jet.
Night dawning on the London streets. Shawty hit my phone, I wish she let me be. She only wanna cuddle up and roll some weed. Then I bend her over and just pull a weave. Balcony chillin', looking at the scene. Conversation about our futures and our dreams. You like cigarettes, I never did like nicotine. But darling, do your thing. Come back to bed when you finish, I start the movie over. Al Pacino in his prime, sniffing baking soda. I can't believe that he killed Mountie, that just go to show you. Even around your closest partners, you gotta watch your shoulders. Yeah, that's it, baby, go on and rub my shoulders. I've been tense, a nigga working, got me draining over. You keep talking, I'ma mess around and baby oil you. Yeah, you can shower, I got rags and towels waiting for you. Yeah. We can lay up till the morning, make you breakfast in the morning. Yeah, we can lay up till the morning, make you coffee in the morning. Yeah, we can lay up till the morning, I fell in love with your performance. Yeah, and we can lay up till the morning, the rain is pouring, it is storming. You hungry?
Free Yourself Radio. We back with the one, only, the beautiful queen sitting right here in my presence. Exorella, how you feeling?
Good. It's happy to be here.
Yes, most definitely. We're excited to have you. And like I told her, and I told, company as well, I said, you remind me of the Aaliyah vibe. You got that Aaliyah vibe, right? So, we're excited to have you here today. So where are you from?
I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
What? I used to live over there. I used to go to ODU.
Really?
Yup.
What?
Yup.
That's like
I went
right
to
around
school
the
with
corner.
Masego.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be yeah.
Well, I was born in New York, but
MacArthur
I
Mall.
grew up in Virginia Beach, Virginia. 757.
757
So
stand up.
757. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I still rep
Yeah.
For sure. Even though, like, I'm in Orlando.
Yeah, I used to work at the MacArthur Mall for a little bit.
Girl, shut up.
Monticello.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
TCC community. Yeah, Monticello, cello, all that. Yeah.
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 That's dope.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we might have some things in common.
Absolutely.
So what got you into music? Like, what started your journey?
Oh, my gosh. I'm, like, a music connoisseur.
Right.
So from like really young, I was in love with music.
Okay.
And my cousin could sing, and she would do all these like little events and award shows. Now she's scared to, which is so crazy.
What?
But I got my inspiration from my big cousin.
There's a lot of pressure now. You know, people they don't want to go through the motions. So.
You know what? It's the up and down. You know, like as an artist, it's kind of it's a gift and a curse because it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I find it rewarding because it's like you create something from scratch,
right?
And you're sharing it with the world. So
yeah.
It could be difficult sometimes to navigate the waters. But what I am happy about is that we have the tools and the tech to be able to like do it, and it's not so gate kept anymore.
Yeah, technology is a great portal. Some people abuse it, some people use it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like social media? Actually, I'm glad that I'm interviewing you as a woman because especially with artists, I feel like there's a lot of pressure and there's like a lot of augmented reality. I was watching again because I barely watch TV. You know that series, and there was a movie called Black Mirror.
Yeah,
and it's like things are very augmented and stuff, and it's like social media can be like that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. So how do you feel like social media impacts you? Positively or negatively or anything? Like talk about that.
Oh gosh,
as a female.
Yeah, social media. Like I said, we have things at our fingertips now that we didn't have, even like 10, 15 years ago. And we wish that we did. But now I see that it could be a little harder to navigate. It is oversaturated. I think that the quality of music has changed a lot. I think it's more about the look and the brand.
Perception,
more so. Yeah, than more so. No, I feel like it's all been perception.
Yeah.
But like it's just like kind of oversaturated because at least the music still had a certain level of quality. Now it's kind of like about the look,
right?
Then more so the music, and then if you do music, you gotta have something to go along with the music. So it's like, is it really about the music?
Like Ice Spice type of thing? Now where it's like, you gotta, like all my students are like, oh, like. For her booty and all that, so.
Yeah, it's like you bend over and everybody's clapping and stuff, and everybody goes wild. So it's definitely harder to navigate.
Yeah,
I'm probably, like.
Do you feel like women have to compromise a little bit of their values to get ahead in the industry?
Wow. There's a little bit of compromising there. Yeah, depending on the level. Yeah. I think in life you do have to compromise with a lot of things. So, yeah.
Well, we want to encourage all the women that are listening to never compromise your values or your self-worth, because I think sometimes people do compromise, their own values and ethics to try to get ahead and to do certain things, and you don't have to do that. If it takes you a little bit longer to do it the right way, make them respect you, right? And I'm big on that. And I just, as a woman, I've experienced a lot of things, good and bad, and I'm not afraid to talk about it because it needs to be vocalized.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, compromise your values to get ahead. So stay true to who you are. God, a light on a hill will not be hidden. Like, he's not gonna, let you hide. So we love that. I know you have a single out as well, and you want to talk
coming out. It's
not
out yet.
A single that's on the way. And tell us a little bit about the process of that, making that.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Actually, the record was created like during COVID, and I was in my backyard just doing some vibes and stuff, and I came up with the concept, and then it's featuring an artist named Melody God, which I found like he was perfect for it, and he jumped on it, and we just really did our thing on it. So I really like that single.
Yeah, so we're excited. We're excited to hear that as well. And is there anybody that you want to shout out or recognize?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Shout out my DJ. DJ BX City. She in the building with me right now. Shout out to Active by Night. Shout out Melody God. Shout out Jesse D in Virginia. Shout out Knots in Virginia.
Hey,
like,
VA stand up.
Yeah, for sure,
Okay.
for sure. Like I have a lot of people that support me.
Yeah.
My mother, my kids, my my family in general.
Right.
But like on the music tip, I just wanted to like really recognize those individuals because it's hard to navigate sometimes.
Yeah,
and you need that
especially-
reinforcement and stuff, from people that support you and that
Yeah.
want to see you, do well, and in turn you want to see them, do well as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
it's not like a journey that's done on
Alone.
yourself.
Takes
Yeah.
a village. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Sometimes it takes a village to raise an adult. Like we
Fact.
need a lot of accountability partners.
Yeah.
And I need everybody watching and in this room, hold your friends accountable. Don't be afraid to say, bro, you're tripping. Stop that now. Like you have to be able to, if they get mad at you, so what? They're gonna love you later. And I tell my students the same thing. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here for you to respect me. Like I need to understand, like you out of line right now. Sometimes we have to tell our friends with love, like, bruh, stop that. Because we want to see our friends and our family win, and we can't sit there and let them slip through the cracks.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely. I'm big on assistance, but I think it's good for them to understand and like see what they could do on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Most
And
definitely.
Yeah. But I appreciate the assistance along the way.
Thank you.
Love.
Yeah. Well, we love to have you here. We appreciate you. And if you
Yeah.
want to introduce the track.
Absolutely. So this is Back It Up by Exorella featuring Melody God. And yeah, the single will be out February of this year.
All right, let's get into it. Let's go.
Me, I feel back it up on you. Want me easy up on you. Come and fill it up. Me got you too tempted to touch. Me, I feel back it up on you. Want me easy up on you. Come and fill it up. Me got you too tempted to touch. Me, I feel back it up. You want me be your baby. You wanna turn me on right now. Me, I feel take control right now. Before you take my soul right now. Can't let you get all of me. Got hold of my mind, take my heart from me. You have to let me know right now. If you're down to take it slow right now. Me, I feel back it up on you. Me, I feel back it up on you. Want me easy up on you. Come and fill it up. Me got you too tempted to touch. Me, I feel back it up on you. Want me easy up on you. Come and fill it up. Me got you too tempted to touch. Me, I feel back it up.
So yeah, go on. You are my baby girl, I told you this from long time. When you back it up, me see heaven, me see the sunshine. Want a girl, me bucking on the world. Say none in your league. Girl, you are the bomb like a long mine. We can take it fast or take it slow. Let's bask in all the moment. Love to see you smile and watch your glow. From your ex, this is atonement. Fling it for me now. We'll be riding till the morning. Bring it to me now. EXO, where you are going.
Me, I feel back it up on you. Want me easy up on you. Come and fill it up. Me got you too tempted to touch. Me, I feel back it up on you. Want me easy up on you. Come and fill it up. Me got you too tempted to touch. Me, I fi back it up, back it up. Me have it back it up, back it up, back it up. Me have it back it up, back it up, back it up. Oh yeah, you know that I have been waiting to back it up on you. Turn it round and dip back over, back it up on you. You know that I have been waiting to back it up on you. Turn it round and dip back over, back it up on you.
Hey, Barkley.
Tiny.
Normally.
Why this boy like off all of my pictures? It's like him obsessed with me or something.
You never know. Miss Lady in your DM. Approximately 3 p.m. She love watch me CVM and a girl I just love fi ping me baby all night. Me like your dimple them. Your eyes me like look into them. Make we fly we like pigeon. Me have a long thread fish string the nigga. 3 o'clock in the morning. Phone a ring she a calling. Couldn't answer next to me darling. Send her a text good morning baby. She replies that she want me and me there so I wait for she call me back. Third gear no stalling. But me have to stop babes because the car need gas. Baby cry me a river. You say me love enough gal with white liver. As Barkley park the white beamer. Me say start take picture. And that's why me slide in your DM. Approximately 3 p.m. She love watch me CVM and a girl I just love fi ping me baby all night. Me like your dimple them. Your eyes me like look into them. Make we fly we like pigeon. Me have a long thread fi string the nigga. I bag a man up on your timeline. But I mean on your inbox, yeah. Come give me a refined wine. From inside you no boring not you. Wednesday me get a girl at truck stop. And the next Sunday me catch her a double top boy. God know I saw your belly flat. Yeah, in person I saw she hot baby. Mother cry me a river. She said me love enough gal with white liver. As Barkley park the white beamer. Me see you start take picture. That's why me slide in your DM. Approximately 3 p.m. She love watch me CVM and a girl I just love fi ping me baby all night. Me like your dimple them. Your eyes me like look into them. Make we fly we like pigeon. Me have a long thread fish string the nigga.
You never stop till we end up Feee.
You never know.
Look what you do now.
Oh,
You make me like you.
for real?
I'ma have a boyfriend. That's so messed up.
Yeah, me know my girl. Baby mother cry me a river. She has say me love enough gal with white liver. As Barkley park the white beamer. Me see you start take picture. Baby, me slide in your DM. Approximately 3 p.m. She love watch me CVM and a girl I just love fi ping me baby all night. Me like your dimple them. Your eyes me like look into them. Make we fly we like pigeon. Me have a long thread fi string the nigga.
I feel you so close to me, right here where you're supposed to be. With you, who I chose to be. I like it when you're close. I feel you so close to me, right here where you're supposed to be. With you.
Yeah. London. Yeah. RP Pop Smoke, by the way. Look. Yeah. That's how we gonna do this. Look. Don't make me call up my mans and tell that little man to go handle business. He gonna pull up and shoot whenever he do, there be no witness. Keep this shit tight like fitness. Cook the shit up, do dishes. Swim through the streets like fishes. Bet when you gon' won't miss ya. They was reaching for the top, but I'm at the top like that shit was easy. Man look fresh, sleazy. Man don't slip, greasy. This be the year that I kill these niggas. See, I am the king, so king me. Diamonds flash, blingy. Do my dimes, chingy. Yo, mate, what you need? Cause I got it all, now y'all come and see me. Zaga's eye like beanie. Thick smoke like genies. I ain't gotta do a thing, but I bet the world will pay to come see me. They wanna see who the king be. Buckingham Palace with the queen sleep. Damn, ever slow down, nah, dog. They gotta get the little 10 piece. Inwood Valley with the Bentleys. Do they know the places that we gotta be? Get into the bag by any means. Tell the police we ain't see a thing. Bigger told me it was all a dream. Till I made the shit a reality. Yeah. Ian, call up the dogs. Tell them I'm here. It's time to go dummy. Time clock keep telling me, dog. Simply time is money. Nike checks keep coming in, dog. Look how I keep it shit running. Marathon, it's never sprint, dog. That's how you keep that shit coming. Trap on fire, bunking. Crowd on live, jumping. Can't tell me shit, nothing. What is this? London. Ruffin. Yeah.
Shit, everybody been asking, well, and how you been? Why you ain't post up nowhere? Why you been off the map, man? But shit, I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna just let the music speak for itself, you feel me? They like Lanaya, where you at? Shit, I been looking for stability. Can't post up how I want to, ain't gon' lie, that shit been killing me. Questioning myself, my worth, and my ability. Reminded of myself, if they was down, they would be here for me. But I ain't gon' waste no time, I ain't looking for your pity. Talking down on me like I don't put on for my city. What you put in come around, so life gon' make them feel me. I thought about myself, don't give a fuck who rockin' with me. Stop all the comparisons, your favorite rapper wanna be me. And going back and forth, I told her see me when she see me. I told her this my year, look around and they ain't believe me. Stay right where y'all at when you see Lanaya up on the TV.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy DJ Connect the fucking Dot. It's Thursday night and we got Lanaya West in the motherfucking building with a hit, Lemon Pepper, shit fucking sizzling the motherfucking streets. I need you niggas to stop with the yo, be careful, Zo. I need y'all to fucking stop what y'all doing and tune in ASAP.
Yeah, I was in the kitchen, y'all go ahead, connect the dots. Now niggas tryna flex like I want everything they got. Every rapper in the city, I'm still everything they not. Right, will I march that to the grave? I get the message, get the plot. Niggas be $1 million frontin'. Niggas don't stand for nothing. Ain't signed up to no label since they fucked in my production. I know y'all miss me, so this Lanaya reintroduction ain't about the hype. I ain't the type, they living off assumptions. Talk a lot of shit, but I've been trying to change my ways. Had a real junkie, and now without it, I don't feel the same. People trying to tell me don't get caught up in the way. Shit, cause money come around, and then that shit begin strange. Look. And it be crazy, cause it's like, motherfuckers be around you cause they know what you got going or who you fuck with or who fuck with you, but man, I had to let all that shit go. And the thing is, I be wrong when I speak up, but I say fuck all that, man. I'ma say what the fuck I need to. No, they won't never let me speak. I've been looking for my peace. I'm trying to get it off this music cause I don't want it off the streets. I've been trying to watch my back. I know they wishing me deceased. Got the fuck about my feelings, got the fuck about my feet. And I don't believe in love cause even daddy let me down. Even then I still forgave him, just be wishing he were around. See word around the block cause he was moving by the pound. And I understand your hustle, I can't swim, you let me drown. But see now, that's the shit my son just won't experience. Answer every question the second he feeling curious. Ain't about no money, man, you know that I ain't hearing it. Get it by any means, can intervene, bitch, that's period. Grateful for my mama cause she did the best she could. Always stood up by my side when I felt misunderstood. I hate when I'm in my feelings, just go roll 'em in the wood. And my only goal really is move my family out the hood. No, Da Vinci, I'm just tryna pay my Mona Lisa. Nigga playing with my business, Draco singing like Alicia. And I almost had that baby, no YG won't be no Keisha. Won't lose focus for no nigga, for the love, man, you could keep it. Accepting of myself, I ain't been asking for advice. Said cost to be the boss, so bitch, I came to pay the price. I can't wait to pop my shit, my neck and wrist flooded with ice. Couple niggas had got left cause I had P, they wasn't right. Niggas tryna creep around just cause they know you got connections. Same niggas popping shit, follow other niggas' directions. You don't love me for me, damn I hate to get aggressive. Had to put it in a song, so damn I hope you get the message. Look, just cause they know you got connections. Same niggas popping shit, follow other niggas' directions. You don't love me for me, and I hate to get aggressive. Had to put it in a song, so damn I hope you get the message.
Free Yourself Radio. We are back with the queen. The Beba is here with us. I'm loving the energy. You seem like a good spirit, humble heart, you know. So how are you feeling today, queen?
I'm feeling good.
Yes. All right. You know, they say save the best for last. So I'm just waiting to hear what you got. Nah, but where you from?
I'm originally from Virginia.
What? Virginia again? Are you familiar with ODU? Old Dominion University?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I came here.
She's like, nah. Okay. Okay.
And then I came up to Orlando for school.
Okay, yeah, my grandfather used to live in Naples before he passed. Yeah, Naples. Yeah, it is chill there. Like what's it like over there? Like, did you like it?
It's so boring.
I was about to say it's like a retirement home. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I wasn't trying to say nothing, but you know, since you said, you know, word. So what got you into music?